Hey, Emerge partners and gonna-bees. I wanted to take a minute to introduce myself. I'm Danielle Chandler. Most of you probably know my husband Jeff. He was probably your access route to finding out about Emerge and our cause and what we're doing. I'm the other half. He would say his better half. I don't know about that, but I am the mother of his 6 children, so there's got to be some good in that. So just wanted to make an introduction here, wanted to send out a little devotional video to you guys and just kind of introduce you to what we're about. I was just praying and asking the Lord to just show me what to share with you guys today, and I felt like I wanted to talk about origins of where we and the men and women we support who are battling addiction. So somewhere along the way, we've all believed a lie, and that thought spawned negativity, negative behaviors, negative actions, and caused us to feel unloved and unsafe. Now that feeling of being unloved and unsafe, those thoughts caused us to retreat into a shelter of some kind. Now, a shelter can also be called a stronghold. I think there are 2 connotations of stronghold that maybe we're familiar with or that we need to become familiar with. So, in its origin, a stronghold would have been like a fortified place. Whether it be a tower, whether it be underground, whether it be a cave, whatever it was, that stronghold was a place intended for shelter, for safety, for protection, while you got strong. The other connotation of stronghold we would consider, especially I'll say in church-ese, Christian-ese, we would say that that guy's got a real stronghold toward that thing, and that thing it holds him, and he's not able to get away from it. He can't get out of it, and we might refer to it in that way. So the stronghold is the place in the fortified definition of it, that we stay so that we don't have to face an imminent danger. So when we talked about earlier, someone has believed a lie, and that caused them to feel unsafe, and feeling unsafe caused them to seek shelter. So they went to a stronghold. So they maybe ran from one battle into a stronghold, but the stronghold became their next battle because they couldn't get out of it in order to face what they really needed to face initially. So they needed to have maybe heard that negative thought or negative thing, that lie that was told to them, and they needed to have been able to confront that and to deny it, to refuse it, to resist it, and to move on in a healthy manner. But for whatever reason, they weren't strong enough in the beginning to do that, and so that thing made them weaker. And in their weakness, they retreated into a stronghold. In our realm of what we're doing here with Emerge, we are talking about a person who had a weakness of some sort, and they retreated into an addiction because they started, I won't say they retreated into an addiction, they retreated to some kind of probably chemical source that made them feel better. And feeling better made them feel secure. So that stronghold was that thing that they were retreating to, that drug, that alcohol, that whatever it was that it started out as, and that developed into an addiction. So the weakness turned into something devastating, and they held on to that devastating place because it was the only place they knew to be, and then they didn't know how to leave the stronghold from that. So we are helping them as Emerge to get from that stronghold of addiction into a fortified stronghold of a rehab center. So we went from a negative stronghold into a positive stronghold, a fortified place, a shelter that actually helps them to get strong so they can hold on to their life. And that's going to actually walk them into their next battle, because they still have a battle coming when they get out of the rehab center. They've got to face real life again. And that thing that was over here lying to them is still going to be talking to them over here. And now they've got to decide, am I at a place where I can handle that? in a healthy way again? Can I get where I need to be now that I'm in the healthy place that I wish I'd been in when that thing first lied to me? So we can't stay in the stronghold. We can't even let them stay in a rehab center, because if you stay there, you'll never fight the battle you were meant to fight. You'll never progress and live the life you were meant to live if you're stuck in even a safe place. You can't get out and fight the thing you were meant to fight and face the things you were supposed to face, because your life should be a testimony of, I went from this to this to this to this, and I'm stronger and better on the other side, and I'm so well that I can share that now with you. So I feel that we, as Emerge partners, every one of you can identify yourself as a shield bearer now, because you are someone who is helping to bear some of the weight of what that person needs and keeping their shield and their weaponry close at hand. So I was looking up shield bearers because I wanted to really relate that properly to you. So here's what it says. I wrote it down. We are their shield bearers because we protect another soldier by carrying a protective shield. And in the times of the Spartan shield bearer carried the very oversized, large, and heavy shields while they were on the march. So while marching, while they were getting to the point of the battle, the Spartans and we are carrying a really large, heavy shield. It's extra protective. But then once they got to combat, the shield bearer would shift off that shield to the warrior, the soldier, who actually had to do the fighting for himself with his own blade, his own sword that he had been carrying along to help him get through. So it's bit by bit, it's on the march. So we're helping these guys on the march. And then it said that the shield bearer, once they got into combat and he's passed that shield off, would often keep fighting as a slinger. The slinger is the person with the slingshot. So in the Spartan times, in the Bible times, that slingshot could have held any manner of things, whether it be a stone like David used to take down Goliath, whether it be a piece of clay, a piece of glass, whatever. Anything of the right size could be put into a sling and slung at the enemy. So if we've prepared the people who we've walked through this journey and carried a shield for up to the point of battle, now they're able to protect themselves and fight for themselves, but they've still got us surrounding them and slinging and flinging everything within arm's reach at the enemy who is still coming at them. So we can still be supportive with our prayers, with our funding, with whatever needs they may have that are physical needs that maybe they need to meet. We can keep slinging at that enemy of devastation and the thing that has tried to rob them of all of their life and joy and future, because we just keep slinging at it. We help them get job scenarios when they've come out of rehab. So those are things that we're slinging. We just keep going. We just keep standing beside these men and women who have continued marching. It's their job to march. They have to keep marching. We can't make them do that. But we can cover them or protect them and fund them and do the things that need to be done to get them from one battle into the next, and then to know that we're still slinging and on their side and doing everything we can to support them in that journey. So I just thank you again for joining us. Thank you for being with us as we fight our own battles. We want to battle with you guys as partners. So if you have a situation going on that you're like, you know, I'm helping, I'm supporting with Emerge, I'm doing those kind of things, but in my own personal home and family life or my job life or whatever it is, I've got a real battle going on, please tell us, because we want to be slinging and flinging on your behalf as well. We want to keep attacking the enemy and lifting you up and covering you in prayer and doing everything we can to be supportive of you. So hang in there. Jesus loves you. The Chandlers love you. We're joining our fight with light for you and on your behalf. Thanks again, guys.